Alright, this is BoxingWave back with another video. I'm going to discuss this whole Cotto Golovkin situation. Now, Freddie Roach does not want Cotto to fight Golovkin at 160. He wants them to come down as close to 154 as possible. If you guys didn't know, Freddie Roach actually was at the Golovkin fight against Geale. Okay, so he was present at that fight. And I'm sure after seeing that fight, it kind of made him come to this decision. You know, I don't know if he's seen him live before, but he came to the conclusion that he wants Golovkin to move down. Obviously, because of all of the power that Golovkin has, he wants Golovkin to be somewhat weaker if he comes down to 154. Now, Golovkin has said that he's willing to fight anyone from 154 to 168, and I'm sure Golovkin would take this fight if it's available. I'm sure he would come down to 154. My thoughts about it is this. I said before, and this is why I didn't want the Cotto Tim Bradley fight, you know, because neither one of these guys are middleweights, and I don't want the belt to just be passed around. Like if Cotto goes to fight Bradley, and Bradley, let's say Bradley wins the fight. Bradley is a small welterweight, okay, and he doesn't have power at 147. You know, he doesn't have a lot of power, so why would he be the lineal middleweight champion? He's not going to fight anyone at middleweight. You know, why is he even given the opportunity? You know, this is all because of the promoters. All right, the fight is a good fight, but they shouldn't be fighting at 160. You know, if Cotto's gonna fight this guy, let the fight happen without it being a title fight, because Bradley is not a middleweight and he doesn't deserve to be a middleweight champion. He doesn't even, I wouldn't even expect him to fight at 154. Okay, so this is why I said before, you know, I don't like the Bradley fight, because neither one of those fighters are true middleweights, and I don't want the lineal championship belt to be passed around by a bunch of guys that should be fighting at welterweight, you know. And when I say welterweight, I mean Cotto was best at welterweight. Let's be realistic here. You know, he didn't win the Sergio Martinez fight. I didn't expect him to. You know, you guys know that's my guy, right? You know, it's not like I'm trying to diss him. But let's be realistic. You know, if he's gonna be the lineal champion at the middleweight division, he should be fighting middleweights at 160. Okay, all of this catch weight stuff is kind of corny to me, and I don't really blame Cotto. I know Cotto, if Freddie Roach said, you know what, I think you can beat Golovkin at 160, take the fight, then Cotto would take the fight. I'm not really necessarily blaming him, but Freddie Roach is the one that's like, no, I want him to come down to like 154 to fight Cotto. Well, if that's the case, stay at 154. You know, if you have these big middleweights, because Sergio Martinez is not a big middleweight. If you're gonna have these big middleweights come down to fight him, you know, why be the middleweight champion? You know, you got guys like Peter Quillen that goes, you know, he walks around at over 180, you know, 180, 190. He's a big dude at middleweight. Now, as far as skills between the two, as far as the fight itself, I would love to see the fight. I've said it on here, I would love to see the Golovkin-Cotto fight. But my thing is, I would rather Cotto to fight him at his best. If he's gonna fight Golovkin, I want Golovkin. If he ends up beating Golovkin, if they fight and Cotto wins, I don't want everyone saying, oh, Cotto only won because Golovkin was weight drained, he came down to 154. I would rather see Cotto beat him at his best. Even though Golovkin said he's willing to come down at 154, he's not best at 154, you know. He should be fighting at 160, 168, okay? He is a bigger guy than Cotto. He's a bigger puncher. Cotto was at the weigh-in with Sergio Martinez. He was 155, okay? He's not a big guy. All right, so if you're gonna be the lineal champion, you might as well fight fighters at their best. That's just my thing. But if Golovkin agrees to come down to 154 and fight him, then let them fight, you know? If he loses the fight, then you know what? You made the choice to come down to 154 to fight him. You said that you're willing to go down to 154 to take fights. Okay, so if he agrees to it, then fine. You know, I just don't like the excuses people make. You know, there's a lot of Golovkin fans out here, and I'm one of them. But I would rather see Cotto. I want to see if Cotto could beat these middleweights at his best. Okay. All right. So that's just my thoughts. You know, as far as the fight itself, you know, if they actually fight, I'm still leaning towards a little bit towards Golovkin because of that power advantage. I think skills wise, I think Cotto beats him. You know, I think Cotto needs to go to that body. You know, I think he definitely would need to go to the body, but I think Golovkin is too big of a puncher. He's too big of a puncher. And even with Cotto's movement and everything, Golovkin's is too good at cutting off the ring. Alright, you know. But if they end up fighting, I'll actually do a real prediction video. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm just giving you my thoughts at the moment right now, right? So let me know what you guys think as far as the situation. You know, Freddie Roach wanting him to come down to 154. What do you think about that? Let me know what you guys think. Alright, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.